Okay, so we're going to go over the super keyword in Java. So let's say we have this employee class. Okay, so uh, let's set everything up. So public class employee, and this employee class, it'll give you the employee's monthly salary and vacation days. But their monthly salary is going to depend on the amount of years they worked at the company, as well, and same with their vacation days. So we'll do int years. That will represent the amount of years the employee worked at the company. And we'll set up our constructor. So from our constructor, we're going to get the number of years this employee worked at this company. So we're going to call our monthly salary method. And here we're going to return so everyone has a fixed salary of $4,500 and 50 cents. And we're gonna so we're gonna also add this as well. So the amount of years. So if they worked for 0 years, they're only gonna get this much. But if they get worked for 1 year, they're gonna get a $5 increase. If they work for 2 years, they're gonna get a $10 increase. Okay. And for a number of vacation days, everyone gets 12 vacation days, but as well as the amount of years they work at the company. Okay, so now we're going to set up a persons file or persons class. And it extends the contents of the employees class. So this persons class is going to have their age, their name, and finally the amount of years they worked at the company. So we are going to initialize them through our persons constructor. So we'll do public person, and we're going to pass in our age, name, and our years. So right now what I'm focused on is these years. I want to pass them into my employees constructor. So to do that, you actually have to use the super keyword. So you do super, and this has to be at the very start of your constructor. If you put it somewhere, if you put it like in the second or third line, like when you do, if you do this dot age equals age, and then you put super, then you're gonna get an error. So you do super, and then you pass in your years. Okay, so if your years are 5, it's going to pass in 5, and that 5 is going to go all the way into here, and then it's going to be this dot years equals 5, and it sets this to be 5. Okay, and then you set up your other constructor values. Okay, now let's return our age and name. Okay, now let's go to our main file. Uh, I'm going to have to move everything to the right a bit. I can't move anywhere left. Okay, So we'll do main.java. Okay, so what we're going to do is call this person's class. So we're going to do person per1 is equal to new person. And we're going to pass in their age. So this person is 32 years old. Their name is Jennifer. And they've been working at this company for 9 years. Okay, so now we're going to see their monthly salary, their monthly salary and their years. So what we do is do system.out.println. So we do per1 dot, and then we call the monthly salary method. Okay, so pretty much let's see what's going on here. So we set up these values. So let's focus on this 9. This 9 will be represented by years, and this 9 goes into here. Then we move on to our constructor where the 9 is passed down to here, and then we get this dot years equals to 9. So that sets up this to be 9. Now when we call our monthly dot salary, this will be 9 times 5 plus this value, and that's what you're going to get your return to be. And that the same happens when you try and get your vacation. So we do per one dot what was it called? Vacation days. Okay, so since we passed in 9, we're going to get 12 plus 9 as our return type. Now finally, let's do one more class. So we're going to call the boss class. So it's pretty much going to contain pretty much everything that the person's class has, just a few extra tweaks. So I'm just going to copy all of this. Okay, so it's public class boss extends person. Okay, so this is supposed to be public boss. Okay, so we're gonna get the boss's age, their name, and the amount of years they worked at the company. And we're obviously gonna get their age and name, but we're gonna get something else as well. So the boss's salary is gonna be a lot more higher, and they're gonna have more vacation days. So I'm gonna overwrite these two methods. So what I'm gonna do is do public double monthly salary. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to these values. So let's say the boss worked for like 9 years. So pretty much what I want to do is see what my value would have been like. Uh, so if we were to call this method and then add to it. So what I mean is so let's say the boss worked at this company for like 10 years. So it'll be 10 times 5 plus 45,050. And then here I want to return in that value plus some extra value. So to do that, you would have to use super dot and then you call the method name. Okay, and then you add whatever value you want to add. So let's say the boss will get 5,000 extra dollars. And then same with vacation days. We're gonna So if the boss worked for like 10 years, they're gonna get 22 vacation days plus an extra few vacation days as well. So we're gonna do super dot vacation days. This super is obviously referring to this one, and then we're gonna add. Let's say we're gonna add 50 extra vacation days. Okay, so that's done, and then we can call in our boss, and let's say our boss's name is 64. His name is Tim, and he's working at the company for 26 years. So then you can get his monthly salary. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. So we pass in 26. So we go to our boss class. We sorry, we yeah sorry yeah we go to our boss class. We pass 26 into here. Then we do then we pass 26 into the super method. So now we transfer onto here, and then we set up this. But recall, we're also overwriting this as well. So we actually go down here, and then we call super.monthly.salary, and that calls this block of code. So pretty much this is represented into here. Then we add 5,000 to it, and that'll be our return type. So yeah, that's pretty much how the super method works.